Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Victor once again. It's another day and we have another scholarship. If you're joining us for the first time, you're welcome. But where have you been? There are lots of videos already on this channel on fully funded scholarships from around the world. So look around, I'm sure you'll find something that catches your interest. And if you're a returning viewer or a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back, thanks for your constant support, and I hope you find the scholarship sooner than later. So let's go into the business of the day without any further delay. So today we're in Australia in search of fully funded masters and PhD opportunities. We are the Australian National University, a top university in Australia. And this university is offering a fully funded scholarship with stipend worth over $36,000 per annum. And then you get other benefits. We'll be looking at these benefits together, like travel, thesis allowance, dependent child allowance, medical, maternity, parental leave. So this is a full package. So let's begin from the deadline. So there are two major scholarships here. We're looking at the Australian National University research scholarships. This one is for a PhD, those applying for a PhD. Then we have another one at the same university, the Australian Government Research Training Program Stipend Scholarship. And this is for both masters and PhD. They have similar deadlines and similar application procedures. So probably I will just talk you through the similarities. So let's start from the first page. The deadline for this scholarship is on the 31st of August each year. But you might say, oh, August is so far away, so I can rest. No, do not relax. That's the wrong thing to do. What you should do now, you should try as much as possible to start putting your documents together. And for this scholarship, you have to contact the professor and get their express permission before you can even apply. And it takes a while for professors to respond to their emails most of the time. So you have to start early to make sure you get that approval early before you start applying. So if you wait till August, probably the professors will not even respond to you by then. So start as soon as you can. I'll be talking you through how to contact professors and how to submit a competitive application. But just have in mind that even though the deadline is on the 31st of August, start as soon as you can. So it is saying first round international. So for international entries for non-Australian applicants, but for those in Australia, then you can apply in October, and then the next cycle is till April next year. So you do not want to miss this cycle, because you have to wait till next year April to apply. And those who get in the present cycle, or who apply in the present cycle and are selected, would be starting their studies by March next year. So let's go to the benefits once again. You're having 36,652 Australian dollars. 36,652 Australian dollars per annum. And this is paid every 2 weeks. So it's broken down into every 2 weeks. So you get something in your bank account. What are they looking for? Both domestic international students and for postgraduate level academic merits, continuation, or new scholars as well, I think, can apply for this. And then for eligibility, you can always check that on your own as well. They'll be checking your academic records, they'll be checking your research potential, your references, English proficiency, and how your application compares to the other applications on the pool. So how do you apply? There is no different application process here. There's no separate. It's written here. No application is required specifically for this scholarship, as all eligible candidates will be considered based on the application for admission. So you just need to apply for the course you're interested in. And if your application is strong enough, you're considered for the scholarship. And mind you, this is a research scholarship. So it means you're coming to this university with a research proposal, with a research idea. It's not a third scholarship. A third scholarship would mean you attend classes, you might write a dissertation at the end. That's like a typical master's. But a number of funded masters in Australia is that you're coming to do research mostly. Yes, you might attend classes, but your assessment will be based on the research you'll be doing. So we'll talk about that soon, don't worry. So there are a number of documents here you can consult to get more information about the scholarship. So you can open this one on international students. So you open this and see what it's talking about. Okay, just a summary of what we've seen already on the main page and how it covers most of the things you would need for this to study here. You can check it closely and see what it covers. I know stipend is there. I know you get child allowance. I know you also get travel renewal allowance, so that's good. So you can check whether it also covers insurance or if you be paying that yourself. It's good you also clarify. So it says here that the above scholarship do not provide tuition or overseas health cover payment. Scholarship holders may be in receipt of another scholarship or sponsorship which pays for these fees on their behalf. So do not worry. You might say, oh, they might not cover my tuition. Yes, they're giving me a stipend, but they might not cover my insurance and my tuition as well. What do I do? Do not worry. Most times if you get the scholarship, they give you a backup scholarship that covers the remaining fees. And that is why we have a second scholarship, the one I told you about not too long ago. This one, the Australian Government Research Training Program, that covers the remaining of the other fees that you might need to might be thinking about. So we'll look at this other one. So we've looked at this one and I'll be showing you how to apply soon, but let's just check this other one I talked about now. The application deadline is also similar, 31st of August. This is for both masters and PhD. It's for both, I think it's for both international and domestic students, both those who are just starting and those who are already in. And the benefits are also quite similar as well. The benefits are also quite similar. Then we can check for the referral documents, what it covers. Okay, so this is the referral document. You can see here fees offset and then stipend covering living cost. So this one can even work with the one we've seen earlier as well. So you can do the digging of the document yourself just to show you where they exist. So how do you actually apply? So imagine you want to apply for a master's by research in climate change or something. Where do you start from? So it's a good thing you ask this question because you're back to this main page, the Australian National University Research Scholarship. So this is the page we started. And there's a button here saying apply now. However, if you click on this button, nothing comes up. So I've tried this on my phone, tried it everywhere, nothing is coming up. It's not just about the internet, by the way. I've tried it several times and nothing came up. So what do you do in this case? So let's return to the other page, the other Australian Government Research Training Program. There is no apply button here. So how do we proceed? And that is why it's good to watch this video to the end to see the application procedure. So what you should just do is to go to this tab called Study and then click on Postgraduate Research. Now there's a button here on Apply Now. But before you click on this button, there are procedures you have to go through, things you have to know before you apply. So it's written here, before you apply, these are the things you have to consider. You find a supervisor, you see several research opportunities in different colleges. So these are the different faculties at the university. You can also explore them and then explore the applications requirements. So I'll take you through them one by one. So let's find a supervisor, for instance. So I open this and say, find a supervisor. So here I can type climate change, and it will show me all those working on climate related issues. So it even showed the subfields in climate change, several fields here. And let's see, I'm interested in conservation and biodiversity. Now it has shown me professors working on this field. And let's choose this one and see what he works on. Dr. John Gillen. So we can see a sample publication of what he wrote here. This is his email address, and this is him. So what do you do if you have somebody, you found a professor who works in an area that you're interested in? You send him an email. I've done a video already on this channel on how to send professors emails. I'll probably put a link in the description box. But what you say is you address him, dear Dr. John Gillian. So introduce yourself. My name is Victor. I'm a graduate of ABC University. I have a BSc in environmental technology. I have experience in this and that. I've published this, I've published that. And I would like to register as a master's student at your prestigious university and work under your tutelage. I've gone through your profile and I see that you're an expert in conservation and biodiversity, and this is also my area of interest. So I would like you to be my supervisor, and I need your assent, your permission to proceed with my application. I intend to fund my studies through the Australian government research training program. Things like that. You can also say, attached to this email is a copy of my CV, and maybe your university transcript. You can also say a writing sample as well. So you need the permission of a supervisor to actually proceed. So you need to pay attention to how you address these professors in the first place, how you package your email to these professors. So I've shown you an example. I'll put a link in the description box of more examples and tutorials of how to write these professors. So that's an example of a professor. So check for your own area of interest, check for your own area of focus, and send the professor. You need a professor for most departments before your application will be considered at all. Do not just rush to apply when you have no professor backing your application. Your application will likely be tossed into the bin if there is no force behind your application. It's also good to visit the faculty you intend to join and check the application's requirements as well. See what they require. For instance, I'm in the Arts and Social Sciences department, so I'd like to click on it and see what they require. And let's go to applications. See the applications requirements and other things. So I've gone down here. There's a PhD, there's an MPhil. I said there are two schools here, School of Social Sciences and Schools of Humanities. And the different courses under these schools are also written here. I'm interested in politics and international relations. It's in Research School of Social Sciences, okay? Then I check for the applications requirement. Let's say I'm interested in a master's program. So master's, and I'm School of Social Sciences. So I think this is the one I'll click on. So I click on this and see where it takes me to. It has taken me to this page. Good. So Master of Philosophy, School of Social Sciences. Now I get details on how the course will proceed and every other thing. It's also good then to check the admissions and fees. What do they require? A bachelor's degree, usually a distinction or a 2-1 will be good. So a first class or a 2-1 will often be sufficient for that. And they says something about the English language requirements. We can look at that together as well. And then let's see something about school fees. Remember, we're applying for a scholarship, so do not worry about school fees. If your application is strong, you'll be considered for the scholarship and you wouldn't have to pay any of the fees. So let's go to the English language requirements quickly and see. Are there exemptions? So the normal English exams and the rest of them. Let's see if there are exemptions. You can see here the TOEFL and IELTS. These exams are already too expensive. Let's see if there are waivers. Okay. So there are waivers for candidates from these countries. I can see my country here already, Nigeria, so that's good. I think I can see Ghana up here, so that's good. And I think there are other countries or exams recognized from other countries. So Singapore, if you wrote this exam, you wouldn't have to provide the TOEFL or the IELTS. So you can check for your own country. I think India also has an alternative exam you can write apart from the TOEFL or the IELTS. So check for your own country and see what kind of consideration you're given to get your English language test waived. That will save you lots of money, to also save you lots of headache. So that is it for that. So I think we started from here, right? We started here when we're looking at how to apply. So went to the study tab, we clicked on postgraduate research, and then we eventually got here. And then we tried to contact a professor and then check that we qualify to apply to any of these schools by checking the school's requirements, checking the English language requirements. And then if you have all these, the professor has said yes, then you can apply. You can just go to I think there's an application button here. Then you can apply for the course you intend to enroll for. So it's as simple as ABC. So I wish you good luck. I think you should put lots of energy now in finding a professor, crafting a research idea. I think that's also very important. Although I've not talked about that a lot, but I've said that in the previous video. Have a research question in mind in your area of interest. There is a video already on my channel on how to craft a research proposal. So this is like the home tab of my channel. And if you go on under letters of motivation, statement of purpose, research proposal, there is a place where I talked about my research proposal. So I think you should check that out. It has won me several scholarships and several funding. Check that out. It might also help you when you're writing to a professor. You might not need to submit a proposal yet, but indicate to the professor what you're interested in and indicate the question you're interested in tackling, and then they might ask you subsequently to submit like a 1 or 2 page proposal, and it might even help you develop the proposal as well. So do not be afraid of that. And that's it, guys. I hope this was useful. Fully funded masters and PhD in Australia, covering tuition, covering stipend, covering relocation, and the rest of them. And of course, as usual, we cannot wait to celebrate you. These are juicy opportunities. You do not want to miss them. So get to work, and I'll see you at the top sooner than later. Bye-bye for now, and do not forget to subscribe if you've not done so already. Cheers.